Hello class and welcome to then the first lesson in our South America topic. Now, just want to guide your attention to some of the information I've given you here. It is vitally important that you read this. I have posted a link to a documentary, a David Attenborough documentary, 7 Worlds, 1 Planet. And an hour-long documentary here all about South America. Now, if you have limited time to do things, then you don't need to watch this, okay? This is just a little bit of extra. I know that some of you might be getting a little bit restless and things like that, so this is a nice, informative, educational documentary for you to watch. However, it is absolutely vital that you check with an adult at home before you watch it. Okay, everyone has different rules about what TV they're allowed to watch at home and what videos they're allowed to watch and what times they're allowed to watch them and all of those sorts of things. Okay, it is age appropriate, but you still need to check with an adult at home. And if they want to watch it first or they want to watch it with you, of course, you need to do that. And of course, please don't click on the link, even a trusted link like the BBC, and create an account without an adult's permission. You must have an adult's permission and you must have a TV license as well to watch BBC. So check all of those things with an adult before clicking on that link. If you're not able to watch it, don't worry. That's just a little bit of extra, a little bit of fun stuff for you to do. Your main task, though, I will talk about now. I'm going to try and keep the learning this week as similar to how we would have been doing it if we were in class. So we ordinarily would start with our wow. Now, obviously, we had something fun planned, and hopefully we are going to do that at the end of this half term now. So instead, your wow, unfortunately, is a little bit less fun. It will just be watching that documentary if you are able to. Remember, if you're not able to, don't worry. You're not missing out on any learning. It's just a little bit extra and a little bit fun. Okay, first thing I want to point your attention to is the Encyclopedias. It was available on the school website and it is also available here. You need to click through and it will come up like this. Now you can obviously zoom in and out. This is going to help you with your tasks, okay? So obviously we give this to you at the beginning of every half term and we will continue to do that. We will print these out once you are back in school, hopefully sooner rather than later, and put them in our knowledge organisers, our class encyclopedia. And of course, we'll also send one home and we will talk through them and use them throughout this topic. So this is always a good point of reference for you and your parents, as it has been since we set this up, this system of sending these encyclopedias home last year. So there's that. And you will find that there on Google Classroom, Year 5 South America .x. Okay. The next thing then that I want to direct your attention to will be the pre-learning sheet. Again, this is on Google Classroom and it looks like this. First thing that we obviously always do before our topic is we do a little pre-learn, a little document of a few things that you know and some things that you want to find out. Now, you might use the video, you might use your research you already have in your head or talking to adults or siblings or carers at home. Our topic is how different is life in South America? Now, South America is a continent. And if you aren't sure where it is, you might want to look it up on a map. It has different culture, different languages, different human and physical geography. What I want you to do, so at this point, obviously, you can stop this video here because there are a few tasks for you to be getting on with this week. This is just the first of them, or the second if you've watched the video. Is to just fill in this pre-learning. Now, I've put 5 things here. You don't have to do exactly 5. If you are really struggling, you know, that's okay. If it's South America is not a place you've ever heard of, that's obviously absolutely fine. This is just a little check of the knowledge that you have. But do your best. Don't do too much research, but if you had an idea of something, maybe you can safely search. And remember, always have safe search on and safely search with an adult. And 5 things I want to find out. There's no reason you can't think of 5 of those. Now, if you don't want to do bullet points like this, get rid of them. That's absolutely fine. And you can, if you want to write me a paragraph, if you want to even put a picture in there, because you are able to do that, is absolutely fine. So that is your first task, is to do your pre-learning sheet. Your second task this week will be to do your title page. Now, title page, as always, needs to contain a mix of information and images. Now, there are a few ways you can do this. The first way is I have created a template. Okay, now the template is pretty much blank, other than I have put this table at the bottom for you to fill in some key terms and definitions in your own words. Remember, there's no point at all in you just going over here, copy and pasting, deforestation, when a wide area of trees are removed, and then just copying that in word for word. Okay, so you might want to come up with some terms here related to South America. It's okay if you want to use these terms, but you need to come up with your own definitions for them. So pick the ones that you're least sure of and come up with your own definitions for them. Equally, you could do something that you saw from the video or something from your own research related to South America. If you want to, you can then continue to use this template. So you can copy and paste images in and descriptions and things like that. And here are all of the different things which you could use, which you can talk about. What countries make up South America? Which languages are spoken in South America? Tell me about the cultures in South America. Now, South America is made up of lots of countries and lots of towns, and therefore lots of different cultures. But you might want to focus on which foods, sports, musics, religions, events, and holidays are popular in South America. Now, you might know, for example, one country in South America is Brazil, and you might know lots about the culture of Brazil. I don't want you just to focus on one country, though. Try and focus on South America broadly. You could also include anything you know about the history of South America in this area. If you wanted to, you could think of the flags of South America. You could also, very important that you at least mention human and physical geography, okay? And I've put in brackets here a reminder of what those things might include. Human geography are the things which don't exist naturally. For example, cities, towns, landmarks, jobs, populations, those sorts of things. By landmarks, of course, in human geography, I mean things like statues or famous buildings or anything like that. In physical geography, you could maybe talk about rainforests. That's a bit of a hint there, a very important piece of physical geography from South America, but also mountains and mountain ranges, rivers. You could talk about wildlife, you could talk about ecosystems, entirely up to you, and landmarks as well. Now, when I mean landmarks here, I obviously don't mean human-built landmarks, I mean physical landmarks like canyons and ravines and those sorts of things, which would appear on a map, but are physical elements. They existed in nature. So you have a few options here. You can use this template if that is what you want to do. Copy and paste images in and type. And of course, if you want to insert tables and things like that, you can do that. You can insert images like that, or you can copy and paste drawings, charts, all of those things. Or what is equally as good, or I might say even preferable, if you are able to do it, is to create it at home by hand. Now, if you have pens and pencils and all of those lovely pieces of art equipment at home, you can do it that way. Now, I know that applies to some of us, but not all of us. Now, either way is absolutely fine. If you want to do this by copy and pasting or just writing, that's absolutely fine. But if you do want to draw and illustrate and label by hand, you can do that. And then either upload it onto this document, or if you upload it as a PDF, you can submit it via Google Classroom, okay? Either of those are fine. And if you're not able to do that, it's absolutely fine. Send me a message If you've made it and you've taken a picture of it, you can send me a private message and I'll explain to you how you can upload that to Google Classroom. Or worst comes to worst, I suppose you could always email it to me, but that'll be a very, very last resort. So I hope all of that makes sense. Just some fun introductory tasks really to get on with as we settle back into our work this half term. So again, it's all on Google Classroom. Let myself or Miss Lobo know if you're having any problems and have fun. Goodbye.